try this again. So, good morning. We're going to do something, well, it's a little bit different for me, maybe not different for you. But we're going to do a morning practice where normally I do this where I'm a little bit more awake and prepared, but I figured, like, let's be authentic. Let me see how this goes. Where I've had some tea, I have washed my face, but I'm not awake. It's Sunday morning. And just do what feels natural in my body, and hopefully when you're feeling kind of sleepy and slow like this, it's going to feel really good and natural in your body too. With my assistant here, Gunnar. So with that being said, we're going to start on our backs with bent knees. I gotta move the microphone. Ugh. So just go ahead and lie back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my feet as wide as my mat and just let my knees come together. And I can bring my hands to my belly or my heart and belly, but just close the eyes and breathe. Again, we're just sort of waking up, getting the day started. We are out of bed. But maybe our brain isn't out of bed yet. So just breathe here, inhale and exhale slowly. And as you're breathing, we're going to start to wake up a little bit by deepening the breath. And by deepening the breath, I mean you're going to start to stretch it out. So as you inhale maybe 4 counts. And then exhale. 4 counts. And then the stretch comes because now you're going to inhale to 5. Exhale to 5. Let's keep doing this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So go ahead and just start to draw the knees to the chest. And again, you don't have to really squeeze and hug and get super aggressive, but just use the weight of your elbows, your hands and wrists, wherever you're grabbing, to slowly and gently pull the knees towards you. And you can pull the knees a little bit wider if you want, or you can pull them narrower. It's up to you. You're just kind of figuring out where you are as we start the day. And just spoiler alert, we might not figure out where we are today at all, but we're certainly going to feel good in our bodies doing it. So, all right, so hugging the knees. And then you're going to go ahead and keep the knees to your chest, bring your arms out in a T shape, and let both knees just fall over to the right-hand side. Option to turn the gaze over the left shoulder. That's a really simple stretch here. And if your knees pull apart, that's great. Go with it. If your knees are together, that's cool too. But don't try to be active in this posture, not yet. Go ahead and bring your head back up to center. Bring your knees back up through center. Realign your spine if you need to. Move your power pack out of the way if you need to. And then knees to the chest. Both knees are going to fall over to the left-hand side. Arms in a T shape. Gaze over the right shoulder. And so you might notice that your shoulder pulls up off the mat. You might notice that one side's a little bit different than the other. Totally normal. Try not to judge it as a good or bad thing, but just do take notice of the differences objectively. Good. Knees come back to center. Hug the knees to the chest once more. Excellent. And then this time, we're not going to get too crazy. We're just going to roll to our side, start to push ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Excellent. We're just going to do a few Kapala body breaths here. So you can sit with your legs crossed if that's comfortable. You can even sit with your back against a wall if you're not quite feeling up and up. Or you can come to sitting on your knees in hero's pose. This is what I prefer for doing Kapala body. But what we're going to do is we're going to exhale all the air, and then we're going to inhale and then push the breath out really sharply. And so we'll just do a few breaths at a time. We don't want to do too much. We don't want to over-excite our nervous system. But just stay with me. We'll try a couple rounds. So go ahead. We're just going to exhale out completely. And then inhale through the nose. And then push out the air and press the abdomen in. Inhale. 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 One more. Inhale. Good. Go ahead and inhale once more. Lower the chin to chest. Hands can stay on the knees or the lap. And then exhale, lift the chin. Okay, just take a pause here. You may feel a little bit dizzy, a little disoriented, so just take a moment. Again, we're getting into our day. We don't have to rush or jump into it. Or if you're doing this later in the day, sometimes your energy isn't go get 'em, and that's part of the natural cycle. Let's take another breath here. Let's go ahead and do another round of that Kapala body. So go ahead and exhale all the air out. And then inhale. Inhale. Hold the breath, lower the chin. Exhale. Breath comes back to normal. We're going to do one round, 5 breaths only. And if you don't enjoy the Kapala body breathing this morning, just stay here breathing or doing your own pranayama practice. All right, round 3. Here we go. Let's go ahead and exhale everything out. Inhale. And hold. Exhale the breath out. Come back to normal breathing. And then we'll just make our way to hands and knees for just a very simple, slow cat-cow. Inhale through the nose, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin towards the chest, push the mat away. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Exhale, push the mat away. One more inhale. Exhale, push the mat away. Good. Keep the chin to the chest. Resume normal breathing. Come up onto your fingertips. Continue to push, push, push into this high arch. Excellent. Then come back down to neutral. I want you to walk your hands slightly forward of your shoulders, curl the toes under, and press back to a bent knee down dog. And so really pressing into the palms, pressing into all of the knuckles all the way through the fingertips, and bringing your chest closer to your thighs. And so that might mean more of a bend of the knees, but I do want you to really think about actively pressing through the hands to bring the chest towards your thighs. Let the head drop. Go ahead and shake it. Yes. No. Yes. And keeping the knees bent, we're going to twist both heels to the left side. You might bring both heels or just the right heel down to the mat. Big side body twist. Coming back through center. And then we're just going to find the opposite side. Maybe the left heel comes down. Maybe both heels come down. Depending upon where you are in your day or just your own flexibility. Bend both knees, and then we're going to take a big breath in, drop the head, and then exhale both heels down towards the mat. As I say towards, doesn't mean they have to touch. Mine very rarely do. Excellent. And then you're going to start to peel forward into a plank pose. Bring your knees down to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Look forward. You're going to come all the way down to the mat, but those elbows are going to kiss the ribs as you lower. Good. So you're going to bring your forehead to the mat. I have to do it a little bit cockeyed. But bring your hands under the shoulders again. Roll the shoulders back. Feel the length in your neck. Press your belly and your hips and your toes into the mat. And then start to lift the forehead and chest up off the mat. So again, I'm just waking up. This is it. You may have more, but I don't want you to try to force yourself into more, kind of trusting where your body is and being okay with where your body is. And then you're going to come all the way back down. We're going to bring our fingertips out wide. We're going to start to find that exalted cobra. So roll the shoulders back. Start to press up into this variation. Up on the fingertips, roll the shoulders back. Start to turn the gaze over the right shoulder. And if that left shoulder drops in, that's okay. Come back through center. Let's gaze over the left shoulder. Let's come back through center. Let's do one more round. Right shoulder. Back through center. Left shoulder. Come back through center once more. Lower all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Let's go straight back to child's pose here. Toes together. Knees nice and wide. Forehead grounding on the mat. Third eye grounding on the mat. Arms can be forward or at your sides. But as you take a few breaths here, I want you to really think about inhaling, drawing in this grounding energy through your third eye. Feeling it pull all the way down to your tailbone. And then as you exhale, everything sinks a little bit heavier. Let's do another inhale. Feel the grounding energy coming through that third eye, connected to the mat. And then as you exhale, sink a little bit heavier. Looking forward, walk both hands over off the left side of the mat. We're staying on our fingertips. We're looking at our fingertips. And then start to walk that right hand past your left fingers. Now, if you like, you can let the head just drop here, or you can continue to gaze at your fingers. But resist that urge to jut the chin out or throw it up into the air. Good. Let's walk back through center. So same thing, right hand side. We're looking at our fingertips. We're going to start to creep those left fingertips slightly forward of the right. Again, you might notice the differences left to right side here. Good, and then start to come back to center once more. You're going to come up into tabletop. We're going to press back into down dog. Let's go ahead and pedal it out a little bit here. Good. Right, left. You can even do both knees at the same time. And then let's go ahead and inhale that right leg up to the sky, reaching, pressing into the hands. And then we're going to sweep that right foot all the way forward between the hands. And so your right foot's going to come slightly towards the right hand. And then start to bring that left knee down. And you can flatten the toes, lift the arms up and overhead. Now, if it's feeling good to go for more of a back bend, go for it, but don't feel obliged. Just kind of find, we're kind of like finding where the cobwebs are. So just kind of creep into this. We're moving slow. We've got time. But do think about driving the right knee forward and letting the hips drop and relax. Let the shoulders drop and relax. Excellent. Hand comes down to the mat. We're going to curl the left toes under, press back to down dog. Pedal it out once more. Good, good, good. And then lift that left leg up to the sky. Step the left foot forward. Good. Towards that left hand slightly. Bring that right knee down. Right toes flat. Let's sweep up into that lunge. And take your time. We're here for a minute. Drop the hips. Knit the ribs in. Shoulders down the back. But don't worry about finding your max here. Just ease in. It's easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, you probably didn't find that as funny as I did, but that's okay. I'm amused. Excellent. Good. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to curl the right toes under, press back to down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. Good. And then we're going to slowly start to bring our knees down to the mat. We're going to inhale, sweep our right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread our right arm underneath the left to bring the right shoulder, right temple, right ear down to the mat. Now, if you're feeling comfortable with the weight here, you can bring that left arm up, flip it over, let the back of the left hand rest on the right hip. Always remember to keep that breathing fluid and paying attention to it. So left hand comes down, start to inhale, right arm up to the sky, right hand comes down. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. Good. Start to find your posture. Right arm comes behind if that's what you're doing. So yeah, the breath is going to tell you a lot. So even if you're not controlling it, if you're paying attention to it, if you notice it becoming ragged, that's a sign that you're maybe pushing your body into a place where it doesn't want to be, and a stress response is kicking in. So it tells you to maybe pull back a little bit, or at least to step out for a moment and come back in and revisit. Good. Right hand comes down. Inhale the left arm up to the sky, reaching. Left hand comes down. Walk the hands slightly forward, curl the toes under, press back. Down dog, bent knee or straight leg, whatever's floating your boat today. And then we're going to walk our hands forward, walk our feet forward towards our hands. Bent knees, let the torso completely drop onto your upper thighs. Wrap the arms around behind you, grabbing opposite elbows, let your head drop, and then start to lift the tailbone here. Let the head drop. Now, you might not have straight legs. Don't stress it. You might be cold, you might be stiff. It just might not be in your range of motion today. But if your legs are trembling, I'm very proud of you and excited for you, because that means you're warming up your muscles because they're firing. Yes, that's the point. Good. Go ahead and bend the knees, drop the arms, and just go ahead and straighten the legs and hang here. And then we're going to slight bend to the knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, pray or swan dive all the way down, forward folding bend. Inhale, come up halfway, look forward, long spine. Exhale, slide down. Let's come up again. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, slide down. One more time. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, slide down. Hands come to the mat. Step back. You can either come to plank pose or plank pose on knees, and coming down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, or you could be doing cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Good. Very good. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, step both feet towards the hands. And I want you to bring them about hips width apart, which is about 2 fists. Good. And you're going to grab your big toes with your peace fingers and thumbs. Excellent. And as you're grabbing your big toes, you're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And as you bow, I'll turn again, you're going to see that your elbows will come out. And that's going to help you slide those shoulder blades up your back away from your ears, keeping a nice long neck. But don't crank too hard pulling on those toes. You're just using them as a guide to gently bring you closer. Good. Inhale, look forward, come up. We're going to now step on our hands. So we're going to bring our palms underneath the bottoms of our feet. And you can even give a little wrist massage there, wiggling your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Again, it is morning. I've got nice bent knees here. So if you feel like you want to do bent knees, do it. There's nothing wrong with choosing a bent knee over a straight leg. I'm giving myself a little extra massage here in the wrist too, because it just feels really nice. All right, bring the hands out from underneath the feet. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands come down, step back. We're going to come back to down dog. And then we're going to come forward into plank. And then you're going to bring your right knee down. You're going to turn so you're on the inside of the left foot and standing on the right knee. You could even pivot that right foot a little bit. Reach the left arm up. And then reach the left arm forward and press into your right knee and right hand. So you're creating like a big crescent shape with the left side of your body. Big ol' stretch here. You can let your head drop if you want. Excellent. Relax it down. Come back. We're going to start to press all the way back to our down dog. Good. Optional vinyasa if you want to take one here. If you're starting to wake up the brain and wanting to move, go for it. If not, don't worry. All right. So we're going to start to come back forward into plank once more. This time we're going to bring the left knee down. We're going to start to come onto the left knee inside of the right foot. Reach the right arm up. Right arm forward, and then press. Get that big side body stretch. 3D. We tend to do everything very two-dimensional, all that sagittal plane stuff, but we want to get it from all directions. Good. And then we're going to start to slowly come back down. Find our down dog once more. Excellent. Optional vinyasa. I'll do a bent knee to cobra one if that's where you want to go. Perfect. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, step both feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw through heart center. We're going to step our right foot back, find ourselves in a wide-legged forward bend while I futz with my pants. Good, so hands on the hips, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come out and over, 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 over. And then once your head starts to drop, you can bring your hands down to the mat. Bring the hands directly under the shoulders. Now you might want to heel toe your feet wider or narrower here. So play with that, but I do want to see that your feet are parallel or either pigeon-toed. Good. Drop the head, press into the palms. That's going to help draw you a little bit deeper into the posture. And then start to bring the seat forward, almost like you feel like you're going to somersault forward. And the second you do that, that's going to help you get into the hamstrings a little bit more, which is kind of what we're trying to do here. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Great. We're going to turn in heels and toes out. We're going to sink our bend our knees, sink our hips down. Good. And then go ahead and just rest your hands on the tops of your knees or the tops of your thighs. Drop your right shoulder in. Turn your gaze over the left. Good. You can press that hip open a little bit with that right hand. Come back to center. Drop the left shoulder, right shoulder open. Same thing, press, press, press. Great. Come back to center. And then start to press yourself all the way up. We're going to turn towards the front of the mat. Hands come down. Optional vinyasa, child's pose, or just hold your down dog. Wherever you are in this moment, I will give you an opportunity. Big breath in. Exhale, step both feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, draw the belly in as you bow. Inhale, all the way up, up, up. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, draw through heart center. This time we're going to step that left foot back. So I'm going to turn around. So you stepped your left foot back. We're ending in a similar stance as before, feet parallel. Good. So this time we're going to go ahead and bring in the heels and toes out. Bring the arms out wide. I want you to cross your right arm underneath your left, and we're going to continue to wrap. And so it might look a little bit different. You might be more here, but we're going to start to push the elbows forward and up, roll the shoulders back, bend the knees, sink. Good. So just sink into it here. As we warm up, we get warmer, and we do warmer things. Great. Start to press yourself up through the heels, arms out wide. We're going to switch it. Left arm underneath right, wrap, bend the knees, sink. Good. Sink, sink, sink. So remember, elbows push forward and up, shoulders come down. We're getting that big old stretch behind the shoulder blades. Keep rolling the knees out. If you have tight hips like mine, your knees are going to want to come in. We're going to roll them out. And then press into those feet, coming all the way up. Arms out nice and wide. You're going to turn towards the front of the mat. Hands down, step back, down dog or vinyasa. Your choice. I'm going to do a vinyasa. Good. Big breath in. Step both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, come all the way up. Draw the hands through heart center. Good. Go ahead and bring the arms up and overhead once more. This time, right hand is going to grab left wrist, and you're going to draw yourself over to the right hand side. Big side body stretch. Option to turn that right armpit up towards the ceiling, turning the gaze up too. Back up through center. Left hand, right wrist. Draw yourself over to the left. Option to rotate that gaze up. Inhale up through center. Exhale, hands come down. Good. We're going to go ahead and step back with that right foot once more. And so right now we've got our left heel lining up with our right arch. And we're going to start to find a triangle pose on the left-hand side. So reach the arms out nice and long. Pull the right hip back. Left hip back. Push forward with the left arm. Left arm comes down to the shin. Right arm comes up to the sky. So just start by really pressing into that right leg and reaching with the right arm. Start to think about drawing that left rib cage out and over the left leg. And you might sink down a little bit lower. But the second you feel your chest pitch forward, I want you to come back up that leg. It just means that you've gone a little bit too far for where your body is in this moment. Start to pull yourself up. We're going to switch the feet. So this time, left heel lines up with the right arch. Nice and long and strong. Pull the right hip back, for real this time. Reach the right arm forward. Right shin comes down, right hand comes down to the shin, left arm up. As I mentioned, I'm just waking up. Good. Keep extending out long, long, long as we're pressing into that left leg, and you might find a little bit more depth. And you might not. Be okay with either way. Good. Look down, start to pull yourself all the way up. Excellent. We're going to turn towards the front of the mat. Step both feet back to down dog, child's pose, or a vinyasa of your choice. You do you. And then everybody's going to meet in down dog. From down dog, we'll start to bring our knees down to the mat. Good. We can cross our ankles, come back to seated. Yeah, this is it. This is all we're doing here. So go ahead and bring the legs out nice and long. Press the legs into the mat. Reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale out and over. Reaching for the toes, ankles, the shins. Wherever you are, I want you to have a nice long spine. So if you are not having a long spine, but you're getting your toes, I'd rather see this. But you can do what feels right to you. Just saying. Good, big breath in. Exhale, ragdoll. Start to walk the hands back towards you. Good, you can lean back, give them a little shake. Let's do a quick reverse tabletop. Bend the knees. Turn the fingertips facing forward. We're going to start to press into our hands and feet to lift our hips up off the mat. And you can keep your chin on your chest. If it's appropriate for your neck, though, you can let your head fall back. And if you're a die-hard reverse planker, go for it. We're going to do reverse tabletop. At least I am. The royal we. Start to let the hips come back down. Good. Go ahead and give the arms a little shake. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And let's definitely go for more of a diamond shape here. Again, if you really want to pull those heels close to the body, go for it. We're doing easy like Sunday morning, so heels out, nice big diamond shape, big breath in, exhale, start to come out and over with the flat back. Good. And so not using the chin to come forward, but actually the crown of the head to come forward. And you're staring at your toes. realizing a pedicure is way past due. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start to let myself completely ragdoll down over. Start to walk the hands back towards the body. Start to bring the knees together. And then option, you can sit against your wall and sit in a quiet meditation. Or you can start to lower yourself all the way down to a very quick Shavasana. Your legs can be straight, arms at the sides. If you're really feeling the bent knee version, either knees in or knees out, just find you. Trust you. You know what your body feels like. You can make the best decisions. I can only make suggestions. Get an assist from the four-legged teacher assistant. Thank you, sir. Just let go of the lists. Just let the thoughts pass. I'll get back to reality in a moment. And start to come back into the breath. If you want to come back into the body by giving yourself a big first thing in the morning stretch while fending a bulldog off your face. And then roll onto your side, whatever side you prefer. Start to slowly press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for doing this gentle morning practice with me, or any time that you want to do it. I have to now get to my day and feed the bulldog. So thank you. Go forth and be awesome. Bye.